Happy Sunday, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back. We are here. Hold on, I'm updating something really quick. Updating the hashtag for the stream. What's up, everybody? How's it going? There we go. How's it going? We're here. We're back. My Hero Sunday. I'm excited because last week was, the introduction. Well, not the introduction. It was the second chapter of getting Star. And we had Shigaraki show up. And I hope they're scrapping. I hope that they're scrapping for this chapter. I hope we don't cut away. And if we do cut away, I hope it's to something good. I hope we don't cut away to something that just sucks. What's up, Madman? Hope we get to see them fight. I hope nothing bad happens. But I'm torn because I like them both. I'm so torn because I like them both. Happy Sunday, Madman. How's it going? All right. Let me know if it's a little framey. For me, my capture window, it feels a little framey. Let me know if it's a little framey on for you guys, like if it's stuttery, if it's not moving buttery smooth. I need a stronger processor. What's up, random boy? I love Bleach. I absolutely love Bleach. The one shot that we got like last month or something, 2 months ago, I think it was last month, was amazing. I hope Bleach comes back in some form or facet. I can't wait for the anime to come back. Love Bleach. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Here we go. Twala. Yes. How's it going? No, you're here early. Appreciate you. I'm doing all right. It's a good day. I'm alive. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Hold on. Deep breaths. All right, here we go. No Star. I'm starting. That's Tomura Shigaraki. So we should expect an EMP attack. All units switch to shock shield mode and disengage autopilot. Roger that, Bravo leader. 330, me and myself. Look at them with their little barriers. Look at Star. Well, what's our play? Offense or is it, hold on, offensive or evasion? That's offense. I'm stupid. Offense or evasion? Do you even need to ask? We smash. I like those words. I like that. 2. Zooming in. Loud and clear, Star. Let's hope at least one of us makes a safe landing. She's huge. Look at battle formation. There's a villain to take down. I'll make sure your remains make it back to your loved ones. Oh, they're talking spicy to each other. I love it. All right. Oh, look at that Shiki panel. Zoom in on this. It's strange. It's a strange state I find myself in. I can truthfully declare that I am Tomura Shigaraki. But at the same time, there is no doubt that I am also me. Crush me, mommy. All right, hold on. It is a strange state I find myself in. I can truthfully declare that I am Tomura Shigaraki. But at the same time, there is no doubt that I am also me. So is this legit? All for one talking through him? Hold on. Radio waves plus air cannon plus heavy payload. I felt like this ever since I reawakened. This is odd. I'm not gonna say interesting. It's a little odd. How this is we've never seen Shigaraki stack quirks like this. well, name them, right? Radio waves plus air cannon plus heavy payload. Like, we've never seen him do it. He just was doing stuff before. So maybe All For One gave him a crash course on how to work his quirk. But this is how All For One stacked quirks back in Camino, when he was like the rivets and strength enhancing and yada yada yada, where he stacked like 20 things on top of each other. All right. I felt like this ever since I reawakened. Oh, she's taking off. Evade. Holy crap. Well, USA. Who will be the first to tag the other? What's up on Money Badger? Isn't this supposed to be All For One? I don't know. I think what Shigaraki is trying to say is that there that it's odd. It seems like, honestly, what it seems like it's the same exact thing that All Might was explaining to us. Was that last chapter he explained that to us, or was that 2 chapters ago? When All Might, it's 2 chapters ago, I think. I don't remember. It was either last chapter or 2 chapters ago, when All Might was like, my Vestige form that's a part of One For All has its own thought process, it has its own memories, own interactions, and they're completely separate from me. And I have my own consciousness, I have my own thought process. The two are separate, but when they're close together, we can, like, our information kind of syncs together, and it's kind of like we update, and then if we separate again, we become separate, we have our own interactions, and then when we get close enough again, we sync up again. That's what that seems like. I think it's the same exact thing with Shigaraki and All For One. I think All For One is the All For One that we've known for this whole series, and he's sitting on that throne thing, connected to his life support with all the Nomus and stuff around him. And then I think they're like, matter of fact, it is the same thing, because isn't that what they were explaining? There's a vestige inside of Shigaraki that is sharing mind space with them, and it has its own. It's weird. It's like this weird, like, parasitic, like, leech thing. Like with One For All, it's different. All For One is very parasitic, but with One For All, it doesn't seem parasitic. Well, they don't present themselves to be parasitic. They kind of like, you get what I mean. But it's the same thing. So now it just feels like All For One just has more agency inside of Shigaraki than One For All. That's the point I'm trying to make. One For All inside of Deku, they don't force themselves onto Deku. Like, when Deku needs counsel, he'll like present himself to them, or he'll go to the Vestige world, or they'll pull him there. They don't take up like residency in his brain 24/7. I think now more so he could just tap in and out whenever he wants to. They'll shut up and they'll let Deku do what he does. But then when Deku starts to do things, they'll pop in like, hey, and then they'll leave. And then, hey, it's like that. But it seems like with All For One and Shigaraki, All For One never shuts up in his head. It's like All For One is constantly there. So like kind of like when Deku was fighting, I've deviated from the chapter, I'm sorry. Like when Deku was fighting Nagant and he starts to do things and the third pops up like, dude, you've never used the quirk before, and Deku's like, I understand, but I have to do it. Sorry. And he starts doing stuff. It just feels like we could possibly get a scene where we get like the All For One vestige thing around Shigaraki, but it never goes away. It's always there. Like, it's always chattering and jibber jabbering, right? They all it feels like he always is doing it. So like if Shigaraki is lacking, right? If Shigaraki is lacking, All For One's gonna snake himself in there. It's crazy. That's crazy. I like how they even explain that. Like, they use All Might as an example, and you can connect to All Might and figure out what's going on. I like that. All right, let me zoom out because I deviated so long from this. I need to re-ingratiate myself back into the chapter. Forgive me. They don't take over Deku's consciousness off. Yeah. You guys say that better than me. I'm long-winded for no reason. Yeah, you're right, random boy. It's like a symbiote. It froze again. Okay. Whatever. Well, USA, who will be the first to tag the other? And then, do you already know what my deal is? It won't help you fight back. Because I reign supreme, boy. Oh, I reign supreme, boy. What's up, Valoni? Air. Star and Stripes Quirk. As of now, the air does not exist 100 meters ahead of me. What? After touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. What? How about you die with this? Hold on. That's busted. After touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. That's busted. That's busted. She's doing this and she's like, air, you don't exist anymore. What? That's busted. What? She's doing this. She's like, air, you don't exist in this amount of space anymore. What? That's stupid. That's stupid, busted. Now I understand. I understand why All For One. I understand why he wants her quirk. You can do anything. You can do anything with her quirk. I was on board with Shigaraki taking her quirk so that he can fight All For One. No. No. I'm not down. I'm backing out. I'm saying uncle. No. Wait. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I can't. No way. Audio out of sync. Audio's out of sync. Hold on. Let me investigate this. I wouldn't be surprised. Hold on. Pull up the stream. Hasn't been out of sync this whole time? Or did it just happen? It was probably the last Windows update that just did this. Hold on. I'm trying to see how much out of sync I am. Mic test 1 2 1 2. All right, I'm behind this, so I need to come this way. It's a little bit. Sound comes before the video. Hold on. Let me double check the delay I have on the camera. It had to happen right now, right? Oh, wait, it's gone. That's exactly what it is. The delay on my camera just deleted. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it's gone. What the heck? So now that means I need to do some investigating on OBS to figure out what other settings got deleted. It's I can fix this. Where is video delay? There we go. What's the max that this can do? Sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm gonna fix this really quick. Been working on it. Hold on. I gotta do one more because the delay in OBS only goes up to 500 milliseconds. And I'm sorry I'm pausing like this because I'm listening to the stream, so I'm not trying to interrupt myself. Close. We should be good now, right? Wait. No. Refresh. Good now? Hell no. That's terrible. Wait. I seen Venom too. I liked it was alright. I like the first movie better, if I'm being honest. But Woody Harrelson killed it in my opinion. Like I needed more carnage. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, like I added the usual delay I would normally have, and it was even worse than what it was before. But now I'm good. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, sometimes OBS is weird. Because I can't talk with hearing myself. So with my camera, how I have it connected through an Elgato, it has an inherent 900 millisecond delay, just about a second delay. So I had to add a delay to everything else to match the camera. So like, and then I had put something else on the camera. So now whatever was on the camera is gone and everything else is gone. Whatever. It's as long as it's working now, we're good. All right. Completely removed the hype from me. Stupid audio issues. All right, we're here. Star and Stripe is completely, her quirk is busted. Her quirk is absolutely busted. After touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. How about you die with this? That's dumb. Let me check. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Okay, so this is fine. So that's synced up. We're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. That's just so dumb. That's just so dumb. All right, let me zoom in on this up here. A brutal quirk. I want it. Well, a guy who came all this way to meet me probably wouldn't drop dead that easily. Laser cannons. Oh, they're blasting him. I remember when quirks came with limitations. I wonder what her limitation would be. What would it be? It'll probably happen at the climax of the battle. Shigaraki will do something and she'll reach her limitation and he'll land a decisive blow. Man. They're blasting him. This is going to be a good test. We're going to see how his body holds up to this. 8. Hold on. Did you guys see that new image they released of Deku and Shigaraki, both like their hands reaching out like that? That's a cool image. All right, that got him good. Good shot, me. Like hell, that was you, Wedge. I shot first. This is all right. So Hori he's showing how much he loves Star Wars, because this whole top panel is Star Wars references. Like hell, that was you, Wedge. I shot first. Wedge is a pilot, one of the X-Wing pilots from the OG trilogy. And then I shot first. There's the whole debate on with Han and Greedo who shot first at the in the cantina. Or he just has to put that in there. Don't get cocky just yet. Whoa, what is reflect plus scatter? Okay, so Shigaraki, we were speculating last week how many quirks does Shigaraki have. And Shigaraki so far in this, radio waves, air cannon, heavy payload, and then he goes reflect and scatter. He's going crazy. Oh, she got hit. She got hit too. Oh, she caught it. She caught it. The laser is holdable. She caught it. His body is healing. No wonder Japan lost to this guy. The vacuum she created is gone. Does New Order have a limitation of some sort? I wonder what I wonder how long the effect has. Is this my chance? Doc, she looks, hold on. Look at him loading up. Is that his arm like bulking up and compressing? Look at him loading up for this. Takes off using monstrous strength from midair mobility. Yeah, it is. And it had New Order where the stars are supposed to be on the flag. Dog, that looks like, she looks like All Might, man. She does look like All Might so much. Woo! Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh, she decked him. Do you know how hard she had to hit? Do you know how hard she would have had to hit in order to slug him like this? And playing right into my hands, Tomura Shigaraki. Oh, she can set a new rule. She can set a new rule. I can only set new rules for up to 2 different targets at once. Okay. One of the 2 is always myself. Okay. I can't quite conjure up super strength on All Might's level, but I'm not too shabby. Oh, we're getting the backstory. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So she can set 2 rules. And she always is gonna, and she's always gonna give herself one of the rules just so that she's just busted. So then whoever she slugs, she can then give another rule. Okay. Years ago, a Japanese student studying abroad saved me. My family and I were on our way to the Santa Monica Pier when it happened. I was gonna say, what if they did, what if, I was gonna say, what if she's one? We could find her in the scene from the movie. Hold on. God damn you. In and out, in and out, in and out. A burglar on the run attacked us in our car. At least let my little sister live, I cried. I was ready to face death, but then he was there. So cool, man. So inspirational. All Might. She is from the movie. Wait, what? Okay. So outside of, matter of fact, for the manga, she's the second connection to a movie. Yeah, for the manga, she's the second connection to the movie. All Deku's gauntlet that he had when in the dark Deku stuff was slight callback, not the same name. 9 was in a panel back in MVA, and 9 was in the second movie. But then this girl's from the first movie. And we actually get to see her in both. Like she's an actual legitimate character and not just like in a corner of a panel and a gigantic like frame of different things. Wow. I'll never forget the sight of those 2 hair tufts. He was my role model from that day forward. As a show of my own even greater dedication to peace, I went for 8 tufts. 8 tufts. Oh, man. There's no escaping him. That cursed All Might. He's called the symbol of peace after all. Anyway, I've touched you and said your name. So now, if Tomura Shigaraki moves at all, his heart will stop. Goodness me. Oh, she's so cool. She is so cool. She is so cool. What do you mean she fell for it? What do you mean she fell for it? She fell for it. What do you mean? What do you mean she fell for it? No. Wait, hold on. No. No. We just talked about this at the beginning of the chapter. All for One has a vestige inside of Shigaraki. She said if Tomura Shigaraki moves, his heart will explode. You can look at this in a way of Shigaraki, right? Shigaraki can't move, but All for One can, and All for One can make this body move. Oh no. Like Shiggy's not moving. Right? Shiggy's not moving, but All for One is. She didn't say All for One can't move. She just said Shigaraki can't move. Now, if she would have said if Tomura Shigaraki's body moves, that's different. But then you even can look at it like All for One is that possessive. If All for One genuinely thinks that this body is mine, then that is not Shigaraki's body anymore. That is what's his name? That is All for One's body now. Also, his real name is Tenko Shimura. Like, yeah, his real name is Tenko, but I think he was like renamed. So it's like, I don't know. We don't know. That's crazy. Hold on. I had to stop. I didn't even look at this other panel. Dog, don't tell me she's gonna go down like this. There were signs from the moment I awakened. The boundary was always hazy. As originally planned, you were meant to become me entirely after 2 months of recuperation. Hold on, but what a firecracker you are, Tomura. That was so that we were speculating that. That's the whole thing, Valoni. You can look at it both ways. Like it's literally split down the middle. If you want to be like, well, that's Shigaraki's body. If it moves, it should fall under her rule. But then you can look at it the other way of, but Shigaraki isn't the one that's moving. All for One is. So she invoked the rule on someone, and that person is abiding by her rule. But someone else is in control and therefore is not bound by her rule. So you can look at it both ways. Either way is correct in a certain sense. We just don't know how specific her quirk has to be, like in the naming of it. This could also be something that she necessarily didn't know either, because she's never ran into someone that could be mind controlled or body swapped or anything else. We don't know. So maybe this is like something that was unforeseen by her. And then through this experience, if he is able to move and he's not affected by her quirk, then that is something she can then take into consideration if she doesn't get her quirk stolen right now. Because all he has to do is literally just touch her and it's over. All right. So, and like I was saying, we were speculating that, well, I know I at least mentioned that All for One might have, there was an order into which he wanted to get things done. So it's like, take Shigaraki's body, then get One for All, or get One for All and then take Shigaraki's body. So we know that after the 2 months, he was going to take Shigaraki's body. But he called him a firecracker, so it's not working. It's not working. If her quirk doesn't work in Shigaraki, doesn't no. Only if one of the previous users, like if All For One does make Shigaraki's body move and her quirk doesn't work, it'll only not work on Deku if one of his predecessors took over his body and actually fought. Like it would be that. But if she says Izuku Midoriya moves, his heart will stop, and Deku tries to move, it's a wrap. but if Nana takes over and she moves, I think it would fall under the same guidelines. What's up, Julian? What's going on? Happy Sunday. This has been the longest chapter read in quite a while. All right. Okay. Your sheer hatred, your drive for destruction. Let me zoom in. The doctor and I had our expectations, and you rose to blow them away. Excuse me. Percentage-wise, I'd say 97, perhaps 98. We will become one soon enough. No longer All For One, nor Tomura Shigaraki. We now meld into a new person altogether. That's nasty. No! He's like, no, please. It didn't work. Is he not Tomura Shigaraki? That makes sense. That makes even more sense if he's neither person. Not in favor, are you? Well, I sure am. Do you detest me? Let that rage flow. Your hatred delivers us to our glorious future. Oh, snizzle. I was going to say snizzle sticks. I haven't said that in a while. It began in that house with a grain of hate that grew and built upon itself. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this happening. I did not see this happening. Hold on. I didn't see this happening. All For One's sick. That's crazy. So the original plan, right? So the original plan seems like what everybody was thinking. That All For One was going to use Shigaraki, take his body over so that he can have a new body, right? That's what the original plan was. But because of Tomura, I'll call him Shiggy. What if and it seems like because of Shiggy's like determination, and he wouldn't submit to All For One and his invasion of his mind and his body, that it took this process of All For One taking him over and morphed it into something completely different. So now it's like not going to All For One's plan, but what's happening, All For One's just like, whatever. It's better than what's happening right now. What's up, Tink King? What if the new being he's becoming is the monster looking thing behind Aoyama in the old poster? You'd have to link that to me. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. This isn't. I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. But I do have a feeling. I still have this feeling that from the art exhibition. I haven't seen that art. I think the only thing I've seen from the art exhibition was Deku and Uraraka falling from the sky. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I've seen from the art exhibition. That was the art exhibition from not too long ago, right? You guys gotta let me know. It was like from this year, I want to say. I'm doing something really quick. Okay. I have a feeling that with this, we might have so basically as long as Shiggy lets his hatred and anger control him, All For One owns him. Pretty much. That's what I know. I'm an expert on how people react to things, and they're just so in the moment that they are unable to look towards future events. So there's possibly going to be a lot of people that are not a fan of the idea of All For One and Shigaraki becoming a brand new being in which neither of them exist anymore in their individuality, and they're just one person, right? If you're closed-minded and that's how you think, cool, whatever. Ta-ta. But I personally think that this is the way you get to have a fully realized Shigaraki. Because we've taken him from 545, yes. We've taken him from like the whiny kid, the whiny like work in progress kid that he was at the beginning of the series. And then we have him go through these series events and then leading up to MVA where he just realizes what he wants to be. But then as he continues to keep developing, that isn't necessarily enough either. And All For One's meddling ways is steady going to keep picking and prodding and like applying himself onto him and using all of his personal traumas. I'm pretty sure that All For One created all of these personal traumas for him. So it's all things that All For One has done to Shigaraki, because I still believe that, not even still believe, if you really take a look at it, All For One is the reason why Nana had to give up Shigaraki's dad. Then I'm pretty sure I'm still like in the camp of All For One is the man that took Shigaraki and gave him this quirk. Right? He gave him this quirk. And through that, All For One destroyed this boy's family and then adopted him and took him in and turned him into what we knew of him at the start of the series. Like, All For One did everything we know of Shigaraki. Everything. Literally everything. Literally everything. If you truly want to look at it, literally everything about Shigaraki that we know about him, All For One did. Besides the fact that at the core of Shigaraki was a child that wanted to be a hero. I think that child is gone. The ideal of wanting to be a hero is gone, but I think that kid is still in there. I'm saying all of that to say that Shigaraki accepting himself and all these things that we've seen were all steps to him becoming a better character, yes, but all still playing into All For One's hands, because it's this whole world he developed for him. So any growth that Shigaraki does in this world is what All For One wanted. So now, in order for Shigaraki to have a true complete change of character and to completely get to the end of this is Tomura Shigaraki, or maybe he might end up going by Tenko Shimura again, who knows. But to get to that point, he has to go outside of this bubble that All For One created for him. He can use all the things that All For One gave him in this new form, this new developed character that could happen, but he needs to leave that bubble. So I do think with All For One, with all this junk that's happening, I'm going to read what Valoni said, because Valoni always says something good. Everything that All For One is planning and this merging, and Shigaraki's like, no, and if all the stuff, if you're angry, it's just playing more into All For One's hands. So if we do get this one being where both of their consciousness, are together, and they become all for whatever name we can come up with them. We could do fusion shenanigans on how we come up with a name, Gogeta, Vegetos, all that stuff. So if we do that, I do think we get to the point of inside of that consciousness, because All For One didn't say he said they're gonna meld into one person, but I do think they'll both have their individuality inside of this person. I do think at that point you'll then have the clash, the rejection, and then Shigaraki might be able to come out on top, and therefore Shigaraki is like, he inhabits this new person, and the shackles of All For One could be gone. I think that's something that possibly could happen. I do think that's something that possibly could happen. And this just might be a very much internal way. So instead of this being this gigantic grand spectacle of a battle between Shigaraki and All For One, like a physical battle, it can just be entirely mental, and it can be a clash of ideals and a battle of ideals. And Shigaraki can, if he can shed all of the things that All For One did to him, yeah, in a sense, Shigaraki being liberated from All For One, yes. If he can shed all that stuff that All For One did to him, and therefore like All For One can just like cease to exist, or just like go back into the recesses. I don't know if All For One can ever not like be alive. I think it's like some Orochimaru stuff at this point, but I do think that's a possibility. And then we can have, this is like final form Shigaraki. Like, if I'm pulling back from my Dragon Ball brain, like the Shigaraki we get from this conflict is like, this is him. He's not held back anymore. He doesn't have any shenanigans with All For One anymore. He understands exactly everything that happened before, everything that he is doing, and what he wants to do. And if that's still destruction, then so be it. Then that's just what we have to deal with. But I think that would be a cool way to tie this whole All For One Shigaraki thing into like a nice little bow. I do. Because I personally don't think that you go through all the developments that you went through with Shigaraki and All For One just to get rid of them and make them one person. I think you do that and you subvert by making them one person, only to make the two of them fight and then the one person come out the victor. I don't know if I believe that line of becoming a new being. I feel like All For One is so narcissistic, excuse me, that he wouldn't accept becoming something other than himself, unless he was like, I'm kind of like looking at it from this whole theory I'm coming up with. Unless All For One just knows that he's able to like get in here and be like, yep, I'm me, and he can somehow like finagle this and still get his way. You never know. So Shiggy has to let go of his anger or forgive what happened in the past to be free of All For One. I think Deku's gonna help him do that. I think that works, Madman. I think that works. There's a possibility you can end up with a Naruto ending. Very possible. Now that I'm like really thinking about it, it's a possibility you can end up with a Naruto ending, in the sense of you think we've beaten the big bad. Like, I feel like Naruto ended the best way it possibly could have. And then they wouldn't be a new being, right? And then I feel like this is just All For One saying certain things just to trigger Shigaraki even more. But I do think you could have this could end in a possible Naruto way where the big bad is dead, yay, and then the boss music like it's like, yay, it's all over, and then like you look to the left and you're like, yeah, what's going on, you all right? And then boss music comes on and it's just like, oh, it's not over. So you could go through a scenario of where Deku somehow, some way helps Shiggy to rid himself of All For One, and you think everything is peaches and cream, and then Shiggy looks at him like, like, no, like, yeah, you did this for me, but this is who I am. Like, that little boy, like that lovely panel, right? That lovely panel that we got of, matter of fact, I'll pull it up. Does this still work? Hold on. I got new equipment, so I'm trying to figure out how this stuff all works. This panel. You don't think we're going to parallel? There's no way Hori doesn't put this panel in here if we're not going to do a parallel to it later. This one. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I think this one right here. This panel. There's no way we don't get this panel with them as adults. Yep. JG is like 305. Am I banned? No. Tink King? No. No, there's no way we don't get this panel with them older. Don't forget now, All for One has two bodies, Shigaraki and his crippled one. Yes. Yes. The boss music ends, but then there's suddenly a choir starts singing in Latin. Yes, Filoni. I think that's very possible. I think it's a very possible way how this can go. Deku helps, and it would fulfill exactly what Deku said at the end of the war, where it just feels like I need to help you. Like I looked at your face and it felt like you needed to be helped. He's not wrong. Shigaraki does need to be helped, but helping Shigaraki doesn't mean Shigaraki ends up becoming a good guy either. So I do think you have the possibility of Deku and Shigaraki fighting All for One. That would be so cool. I'm not gonna lie. Deku and Shigaraki fighting All for One, or a manifestation of All for One, and beating him, and you thinking like, man, I can't believe they're really doing this with Shigaraki. And then Shigaraki just cuts his eyes at him and tries to reach for him to take the quirk. If he still had indeed still has All for One the quirk, if he still has it at that point, he reaches for him, and like Danger Sense goes off and Deku moves, and then it's just like big gigantic life bar above Shigaraki's head, and it's just like this thing just started, and then you get into the true final battle of the series. I think that's possible. If that happens, remember it. I think that's a very good possibility. I genuinely think that's a really good possibility of how this can end. Just the unlikely alliance. It's how I feel like the new Black Adam movie is gonna be. That's gonna drop next year with The Rock. I feel like they're gonna it's gonna be an unlikely alliance, and then through this unlikely alliance, because everybody's so optimistic and they're all children at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, man, Shigaraki was really like one of us. And we go through this whole ordeal, and Shigaraki and Deku land the decisive blow on All for One, only for Shigaraki to be like, no, sir. That's not how this was going. I think that'd be the best way. I've had so many different perspective endings of how I would like this series to end, but I'm on the boat of that one. Plus plus I would enjoy to see a panel of like Deku and Shigaraki both working together, doing some like banana stuff. I agree, JG. I feel like Shiggy does have to go. I feel like he does have to go. Can you look up Aoyama monster art? Hold on. I gotta pull up the web page. There we go. I'm on the camp. You want Shigaraki to die and All for One to be the last boss? I'm not mad at it. I personally wouldn't want that, but I'm not mad at someone who would want that. And I can see situations in which that can happen too. I don't see how it would benefit All for One, but if Shigaraki proves to be much more of a nuisance than something that he can actually manipulate, I can see him getting rid of him. But he's sunk so much time into him, why would he want to kill him in the first place? I don't know. Aoyama monster art. I don't know what to look for. I'm not a Twitter thing. I'm a Twitter person, so I don't like know what to search for. Images. Is it this one? It's this one. Is it this one? Hold on, you guys gotta help me out on this one. I don't do the social media stuff, so I don't know. Is it this one? Oh wait, it's gone. Hold on. Is this? Same panel as the this week's jump cover together. Yeah. All right, Julian. I'm sorry, I had some audio difficulty, so you probably had to skim through that part. Okay, so it is this one. I've never seen this Aoyama picture before. The only one I've seen was this one. This is the only one I've seen from that art exhibit. It's the only one I've seen. It happened at the most hypest part too. Or I should say the most hype part. Just like Star was going crazy and then everyone's like audio desync. I'm like, ah! I've never seen this image before. It's interesting. I don't know if I'd be happy if they turned into this monster, if I'm being honest. But if you really want to like try to look at it, if this is the actual like color, if this image was actually drawn in color, Shigaraki's eyes are red. And it kind of has the squint like Shigaraki does. I'd hate it. I'd hate it. Imagine Deku's quirk is like nuke level fast moving. Yeah. Possibility. You're saying this thing is inside of Aoyama? Is this what you're saying? Probably like symbolism of letting him into UA. Something new into UA. Oh, you mean that Aoyama is the one that's putting this monster inside of UA? Like now, like this, like the events that are happening now. This is just foreshadowing. Aoyama's the true final boss of My Hero. How would you feel if Aoyama was the true final boss of My Hero? If this whole time, like we know how All For One has he had two successors. Right? He had two successors, but he actually had a third one, and it was Aoyama this whole time. Couldn't Monoma copy All For One and then steal All For One? That's a good question. And yes, because we know that when I said Aoyama Monoma, forgive me. We know that the effects of Monoma's quirk. So when Monoma steals a quirk and he uses it, if it has like a delayed activation, the delayed activation still happens even if he were to lose the quirk. So even like if his time was up. So I do think it's possible that true. I think when it comes to All For One and One For All, because they're different, yeah. Random boy, you brought it up, and it makes that makes sense. He would have to outwill All For One to take the quirk, because the quirk can be taken, but it can put up a resistance. Like One For All put up a resistance to All For One. So that'd be nuts. Monoma's the savior of My Hero. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, confirmed trader. I've never know. Who is this? Oh, I don't know. Shinso could honestly surprise All For One, not gonna lie. No, that's not possible. That's not possible. Doesn't the quirk All For One? I think All For One knows. It's weird. Doesn't All For One know every quirk, so he can't get caught off guard by quirks? So like, isn't I how I can visualize it is that all the quirk All For One gives All For One the ability to know what quirks are. So like, it's kind of like a scouter. He looks at you, he presses the button, and the scouter reads your power level and all that good stuff. I think because he has the quirk All For One, like the actual quirk, like he can look at him and know what quirks are. So I don't think that's possible, right? Shigaraki has search. I don't think All For One does though. No, he needed search so that he can locate where One For All was whenever he wanted to. What I'm saying is All For One, the quirk, he can look at you and know what your quirk is. I'm not talking about like just look off into the distance and know where the quirk is. I'm saying like he knows what your quirk is, not where you are. Search is so that no matter where he is, he can activate search and find One For All. That's why he got search. I think All For One, the quirk, just allows him to look at you and know what your quirk is. Like that's what like, and then he can take the quirk. So I don't think there's a possibility of any quirk user surprising him with his quirk. I think so. I think All For One I think that's the case. This is search upable. This is look upable. I don't know if the My Hero wiki would help, but what time is it? Oh, it's only 5. Okay. This is look upable. I'm pretty sure the quirk All For One allows him to look at an individual and know what their quirk is. Where's the search bar on this thing? Hold on. I feel stupid. See, you guys know I don't really come here. Whenever I come to the wiki, I usually go here and here, so I can just look at how the anime is doing. That's it. Oh, it's up here. All For One. Quirk. Let me go back. Oh wait, I didn't have to do that. All For One. It's a quirk used by a mysterious villain who names himself after being transferred to the man's successor. For Shigaraki, a weaker version of the quirk was also used by 9. Okay. Quirk type is emitter. Quirk range contact. Cool. All For One allows the user to steal quirks of other people and wield those stolen powers as its own. It also allows the user to redistribute stolen quirks to someone else. The process of giving and taking away quirks is done through touch. Victim whose quirk has been stolen becomes quirkless and loses any abnormal features if the power happens to be mutant types. Interestingly, even if the user holds mutant type quirks, subsequent features do not permanently manifest on the user's body, and they can instead summon the mutant features at will. Oh, okay. So you're saying like if All For One took Sue's power and then gave it to like me, and then I had Sue's quirk, at any point I can just like give myself frog abilities and then not have frog. That's cool. Okay. I didn't know that. Where did I leave off? Additionally, when a quirk is stolen, the victim becomes disoriented and immobile for a short time. Meanwhile, quirkless people who receive a quirk through All For One become capable of manifesting all of its attributes. Rarely, a quirk is granted by the ability to blend together with the recipient's original quirk, creating an entirely new power as shown with One For All. Yep. That's saying. I think that's an impossibility. I don't think he knew his. I think he did it on purpose. I genuinely think he did it on purpose. I don't think he created One For All by accident. I do think he did it on purpose. Maybe that was part of All For One's plan. I do think so. All For One's not Eisen. That everything is Eisen. All For One has to get the Quirk first plush, and so it was at the sports festival on TV, so All For One most likely knows it's Quirk. I don't think All For One will forget that. I've been proven wrong by thinking someone would forget something. I would. That's another series, but I still have been proven wrong. Let me skim through this. Yep, they become stuff, tears them apart. I'm sorry, I'm trying to skim through this as fast as possible. Quirk singularity. More stuff. Yep. Okay. It doesn't say. But I definitely thought that All For One had the ability to know what quirks are. When he talked to Alma and Camino, he talked as if he knew he would create it. I feel like he knew. I feel like he knew. Oh, excuse me. I feel like he knew. You don't know. I feel like All For One's crazy enough that he would create a quirk strong enough that it becomes so desirable to him that he would want it so bad. I don't know. I can see it from both ways though. I can see it as if he created something, he's just like, oh my gosh, it's so incredible, I need it. Or I can just see him being like, I'm gonna create this. I want to see how far it goes. A possibility, who knows? Now we wait 2 weeks. Yeah, that's true, Julian. So he willingly trapped his brother into a vestige. It doesn't, like, All For One never seemed shocked about anything. So he could just be crazy enough. He could just be crazy enough that nothing really phases him like that. Or it's like he knew these things would happen. Because he wasn't shocked whenever One For All started to mutate. Alright, Valoni, have a good one. I know it's late for you. I'm about to get out of here too. I'm about to go eat. I haven't eaten anything today. So, yeah, let's like the eyes and move a little bit. I swear I thought All For One allowed him to know what quirks were. I swear. I don't know. I swear I thought I read that before. I'm going to say heard that. I thought I read that before. I thought that was like hinted at somewhere in this. I don't know. So Star and Stripes gets the Mommy of the Day award in my opinion. Let's hope she's fine. You know, I think so too, Julian. It's always a possibility. I just hope she's fine. It's weird because Star looks like a female All Might, and I don't think, well, All Might is a good-looking guy, buff All Might, not skinny All Might. So it's odd to think that she's hot when she just looks like All Might with long hair and boobs. That's it. Yeah, Shiggy's hair is growing in this last panel. It is growing. I don't know. It's odd. It's like when you it's like, it's this weird thing, right? When you meet a chick, you meet a girl, I won't say chick, you meet a girl, right? Think she's cute. And then you see her dead. Not her dead. Oh gosh. Her dad. Oh no. Then you see her dad and you're just like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I love that. I can't get over I said dead. I love that whenever she invokes her power and when she's using her quirk, that the stripes the stripes are in those bubbles. So you go in there, bleach root with longer hair. You know, longer hair means you get longer hair in Bleach and you're usually a character with shorter hair, you just get busted. You just start to get busted. That's what happened with Aizen. Aizen had this hair and then he slicked it back and then the hair grew out and then Hogyoku stuff. Ichigo, short hair, already dumb strong because he's got main character power, and then training and then long hair and then you get final gets to get Tensho and all that good stuff. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. She looks good, man. Like when she caught that beam, I'm like, she looks like legit. She looks like 100%. And this panel, the panel where she catches the laser, she looks exactly like All Might did in the first movie. When young All Might, she looks just like him, almost identical to young All Might in that first movie. Literally, she looks just like him. Matter of fact, that's who Star really looks like. She looks like young All Might. She doesn't even look like older All Might. She looks like young All Might. Like legit, she looks like young All Might. See her dead. Also her shading with the dots. Yeah, it's really cool. Like she's really, like her design is really cool. I like it. Yeah, her design is really cool. I gotta pull up an image of young All Might, because she literally looks like young All Might. I wonder if she'll be tan. You think she'll be tan like him? Young All Might. Yeah, she looks like young All Might, bro. It's the whole thing about like when you see a hot chick and then you look at her dad, she looks like her dad. Like she looks like young All Might. She does. She was already kind of tan in the movie. You know what? Hold on, y'all. Do I have the first movie? I think I do have the first movie. Hold on. No, I have the second movie, don't I? I do. I own the first one, but it's on I own it on DVD. I don't own it digitally. My Hero. Two Heroes is the name of the first movie? Yes, it is. Two Heroes. Don't show it again, please. Continue. I'm really struggling with the English language today, I know. Oh my gosh! That was too loud! What the heck? Why was that so loud? Was that loud for y'all? Why is that so loud? Like, is that loud for y'all? I don't even need this. We're gonna find her. I'm sorry. I did not mean that. That was so loud. I don't know why it's so loud. It's like it's not going through. It's like it's not going through my Go XLR. For some reason, it's not going through my Go XLR. It's just feeding through. I'm sorry. I damn sure didn't mean to do that. My bad. That was probably like, oh my goodness. Nice jump scare. I'm sorry. We're gonna find this girl. If she's indeed in this movie, we're finding her. No, I didn't just buy this movie just so we could find Star. I bought this movie twice now. Oh my gosh! It's her! It's so cool. I like when creators do stuff like this. That's so cool. There she is. I like that. She probably dyed it. She probably dyed it to match him. Or who knows? If we go back, what was her parents' hair color? Because I know a lot of people like when they're kids they have like brown hair and then they get older and then their hair turns blonde. I know a couple of people like that. No, brown hair for her parents. She probably dyed it just to match All Might. Gosh, man, look at him. It's so cool. Oh, I'm stupid. Hold on. We'll probably get claimed for it, but it's okay. There she is. My favorite character. All Might's my favorite character in this series, man. He's my favorite character in this series. Easily. 100%. That's why I don't even like count him. Yeah. Her first rule is just to be like All Might. Yep. That's funny. She was like, she uses her first rule always on herself. And her first rule is probably be like, I'm just like All Might. That's probably what her rule is. I think this is cool. This is really cool. This is really cool. See how buttery smooth that mouse is? Okay, I'm sorry. That's really cool. We found Star. We found Star. That's really cool. I like when stuff starts to connect. I would love if Hori did more of it. Bring in Star. All you have to do is give us a panel, because that's all he did. She said when he was younger he saved us some villain, and then just show us a panel. He just showed us the panel of All Might's jacket blown in the wind. That's it. That's all you get to see. And you're just like, there's no way. People are already figuring it out. That's cool. I like it. I do like we can literally trace the origin of her story. And it's been animated already. Yeah, it's been animated already. I like it. First this and maybe Melissa in the upcoming chapters. I feel like it would be such a missed opportunity to have the whole Melissa and David Shields storyline from this first movie and not use it ever in the series. At least drop a hint or have Melissa show up. I feel like Melissa should show up. I think so. I think it would have been a good idea. Like if we were going to go in the whole, this was back when we thought we were going to time skip. Hell, we don't know. We still could time skip. Like My Hero Academia could end and we still could get a part 2 somehow, some way to the series with them a little bit older. I do think if there's some sort of like time skip or they have to go away or they have to do something, Deku spending time with Melissa on Island, if they're still running, is that what it was called? Island? If they're still running, if she's still running that island in her dad's stead, then I think that'd be a good idea, because it would be hard to track them because they just operate all over the world. The island's just floating. It can travel, not floating. It could just travel through the ocean. So it'd be hard to track it. Maybe, who knows? But as we've seen, All For One, ain't nothing stopping him. Deku training montage, and I think it'd be cool just to bring her back in some way. I think it'd be really cool. All right, I'm out of here for real. Thank you guys. I need to go eat before I start this next stream. Appreciate you all. Cool that we get this little reference from Hori. This is really cool. Chapter was dope. Dope. We gotta wait 2 weeks though. I did catch that. We gotta wait 2 weeks. Hori, get the rest you need, man. Get the rest you need. Don't work yourself too crazy. I don't take your time. I'm gonna be here waiting. So thank you again. Appreciate you all for hanging out with me on this Sunday. And I'll see you I'll see you in 2 weeks for 331. So thank you guys, and I'll see you. Peace out.